Hi, this is John Ryan of SportsMemo.com, and I'm going to bring you the NCAA Basketball Daily Dime Show for Friday, March 4th, featuring two game breakdowns that are free picks, obviously, and qualify as a 3% graded wagering opportunity that I'm taking to the window and that all my Access clients get as well each and every day. They also get the 4% best bets and the releases, and especially the 5% max bet. Now, I'm going to have two that I am targeting on the weekend card, two 5% max bets. And as you can see by my hot streaks, everything is just rolling right now. I'm seeing the card really well. I'm 10-3-1 against the spread so far in 2022 with 5% max bets and 7-3 against the spread in the NBA alone. So do yourself a favor and get on board a 7-day subscription that'll cover you for a whole week in all sports. The 5% max bet is $35 each. That adds up to $70 right there just to get the two, where you can spend another $19.89 and you get the whole package. You get the whole ball of wax just by spending an extra $19 versus purchasing the two 5% max bets. So get on board this weekend, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun and hopefully a big profit at the end of the week. So there's another special going on, and this is exclusive to me and only at sportsmemo.com, and they're doing it on behalf of my recent success. And it's my March Madness Bonanza special. We did this last year, and I've actually lowered the price another $20 to just $177. This gets you every single college basketball game starting tonight and through the championship game for $177. But that's not all. You also get the NBA in parallel along with the college basketball. And what I mean by that is you get NBA for free up to the date of the championship game and in college basketball. So you're getting an extra $250 subscription for nothing, and I've lowered the price $20 to just $177. And this is by far better than the $89 7-day subscription I just mentioned earlier in this video. So it's a great time to be a longer-term investor, and you are investing in yourself by having me work for you starting tonight. So those are the promotions. The records are really, really hot. And like I said, I'm seeing the card very, very well. And that is my tendency in March Madness. Something happens to me and everything just kind of falls into place and we just roll. The first game I'm looking at here is the Southern Illinois versus Drake. This is one of four games taking place in the Missouri Valley Conference, and this is quite the matchup because the Salukis of Southern Illinois play at one of the slowest paced styles of basketball in the nation, ranking 352nd of 358 Division I programs, attempting 51.8 shots per game. Goodness gracious, that's barely even a little bit over one a minute. It's just incredible how slow that is, but it works for them, and that's their style of basketball, so more credit to them. And they have forced their opponents more times than not to play to their style of basketball, where they rank 8th fewest in the nation, allowing just 51 shots per game by their opponents. Trend and angles here. There's a few eye-opening situational trends and angles supporting the Salukis in this matchup. The Salukis are 10-2 against the number in the second half of the season when facing a team making 72% or more of their free throw attempts, and also 11-3 when facing a team that forces an average of 14 or fewer turnovers in the second half of the season. The Drake Bulldogs are not in a good situation, folks. They are 8-20 against the spread, and when facing a foe that is averaging at least 21 or more three-point shots per game on the season, and that's spanning the last two seasons. So I am betting on the Southern Illinois Salukis here and grabbing the points, and I think it's worthy to sprinkle the money line with a pizza-sized bet. So if you're betting $100 a game, that means like no more than 20 added to that 100, but using the money line just in case I'm right here and they win outright, which I think they will. Let's move on to the second game, and this is the Utah State versus San Jose Spartans. It's the Aggies from Utah State here. We'll look to take care of business. They're obviously the superior team, and get the win and build up some momentum for that Mountain West tournament that's coming up. This game starts at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will be at the Provident Credit Union Event Center. So the line opened with the Aggies as a solid 13.5 point favorite, but for whatever reason, the money has been coming in on the Spartans, and that's a head scratcher to me. And I think that this drop in the line is an opportunity to get on a superior team. The total opened at 138 and has shifted to 137.5. I definitely have a lean on the under in this game, because I think the Aggies will not necessarily play slow, but their defense is just going to be overwhelming of the Spartans. There's just no doubt in my mind about that matchup. The Spartans rank 310th out of 358 Division I programs based on my power ratings. The Aggies are a solid 63, so if they would make a run in the Mountain West and win the darn thing, they actually, obviously they would go to the tournament, but if they make it to the final and lose, they could be one of those sneaky bubble teams at the last minute that makes an appearance and all of a sudden is in. So let's keep an eye on this team because they are pretty darn good. The Spartans rank 336th in the nation with a scoring differential of 10.7 points per game. That means they're losing by an average of double digits every single time they go out in the court. The Aggies ranked 73rd in scoring differential in the nation at 5.4 points per game and ranked 24th with an extremely strong 1.397 assist to turnover ratio. And if you watched any of my shows, assist to turnover ratio is a huge metric in my models. It really spells out how well a team takes care of the ball, how they distribute it in the half-court set. And I can't say enough about that assist to turnover ratio, which the national leader is Iowa. And you see what Iowa is doing. That was one of the picks yesterday. And they could have destroyed Michigan. That final score was not indicative of what I was seeing in that matchup. But in this matchup, you have a team that is just struggling, for lack of a better word. The Spartans are also a horrid 348th with a 1.425 defensive assist to turnover ratio, which means that they allow more assists to opponents than they force turnovers. And it's just mind-boggling how high that number is and how bad that is a reflection on the Spartans' defense, period. So one of the best ball handling teams in the country is going up against one of the worst defensive teams. Spells out blowout win for the Aggies. So I am on the Aggies minus the points. Even if it's at 13.5 or 14.5, that would not scare me away from this. And getting it now at 11.5, which is what I'm seeing in the current market, I think is a tremendous betting opportunity. Granted, it's just one game among several hundred that we bet on as professional sports bettors over the course of a season. So it is a strong opportunity, but that is exactly what it is. It's an opportunity. We have been doing well on these shows, hitting a very high winning percentage, and we hope to keep that going, especially with the premium clients. So lastly, with this matchup, from the predictive models, we're expecting the Aggies to shoot at least 47% from the field. Okay, I think that is 90% chance of happening. So if they do that, just know that the Spartans in past games, when they have allowed 47% or higher shooting from their opponents, they're 8-23 against the number when allowing 47% in games played over the last 3 seasons. So I think I'm willing to lay the double digits here quite willingly, and I'm thinking I'm going to bet this sooner rather than later. As soon as I get done this video, I might actually just go and get it done and over with, because it may not go any lower than 11.5 here. So that'll take care of the show today. Make sure you get over to sportsmemo.com and get on board. Let me start working for you tonight. You're going to learn an awful lot of my 27 years of experience that I'm glad to share. And I welcome the opportunity to get to know people and learn from them as well. It's a two-way street here. So on behalf of sportsmemo.com and the Predictive Playbook, I'll be back Saturday with a brief video on college basketball. And until then, remember to bet with your heads and not over it, and may all the wins be yours.